welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Cocaine Bear. As ridiculous as it may sound, this is a brand spanking new thriller that is based on a true story, except the actual events didn't have the bear go out on a mauling spree. When I first saw the preview for this movie, I immediately thought it was a joke and I thought nothing of it until it turned out to be an actual movie. It grabbed my attention, and sure enough, it got the best of my curiosity. Well, I just got done watching it, and I'm ready to talk about it. The movie story follows an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teenagers as they converge in a Georgia forest where a 500-pound black bear goes on a murderous rampage after unintentionally ingesting cocaine. As odd as it may be, I freaking loved this movie. It's absolutely crazy in all the right ways imaginable, and it's just a blast to watch. This is a B-grade movie that's self-aware of its own ridiculousness, and it totally embraces that aspect. If you go into this movie knowing that it's going to be pure, dumb, unbridled fun with this fair amount of cheesy dark humor and over-the-top gore, I can pretty much guarantee that you'll have a great time with this movie. Sure, it has its fair share of issues that we'll get to later, but first let's talk about what the movie does tremendous at. Whether it be its special effects for the bear itself and the grotesqueries, the film's direction is definitely worth noting, and the innumerable amount of hilarity that ensues throughout. What really stood out the most to me would definitely have to be just how great looking the special effects for everything was, whether it be practical or CGI. The bear doesn't look fake at the slightest with its very convincing use of CGI, and it looks terrifying. Add that along with a combination of the graphic gore, you get one amazing looking creature feature out of this movie. I had no absolute idea that this movie was directed by the actress Elizabeth Banks. To be honest, I didn't even know she directed other movies in the past. I can't say much about her past works as a director because I never got around to seeing those movies. But what I can say is that her direction in Cocaine Bear is quite the noticeable feat because clearly she understood the assignment to make one fantastic, bloody fun movie. Even though this movie is filled to the brim with a star-studded cast, I'm not going to bother naming off everyone because there's just way too many to list. The highlight of the cast would definitely have to be Margot Martindale. She plays a park ranger and completely steals the show in every single scene that she's in. As far as everyone else goes, they all did good with what they had to work with. This goes hand in hand along with the direction because everyone in the cast knew not to take anything serious and just try to have fun with it. The dark sense of comedy for this type of movie is brilliant and a stroke of genius. There's definitely a lot of moments where you shouldn't be laughing, but you just can't help it not to laugh. The stuff that happens throughout the entirety of the movie just kept me constantly cackling. It's definitely easy to say that this is one of the most funniest movies I've seen in quite some time. There are some things that did bother me that are worth talking about. First off, there were some weird editing choices in the third act or so involving a flashback that just seemed so out of place for a movie of this nature. It's messy and it should have been executed differently if you ask me. Surprisingly so, there are some jokes that don't quite stick the landing as they just go off on their own tangent. One of them that includes a dog. Other than that, I can't think of anything else I didn't like about this very fun movie. Overall, Cocaine Bear is a movie that is quite the delectable treat that will subvert the expectations of those that initially think it's unbearable looking. As it may be, even with its shortcomings, this film will be the most talked about movie of the year. For a B-grade creature feature flick, it falls nothing short from being great. I give this movie a B+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to keep up with my real reviews.